Good morning, good morning. Welcome to another video of me just designing and also how I'm running my design business. Okay, so I've read my emails this morning, did some reply to some of them. I did get a approval on the color palette on one of the dentistry projects, so I can go ahead and start exporting the logo file formats and then start working on the brand style guide. So my printer got back to me in regards to the label sizes, and fortunately there are two sizes that were very close to the dimensions available that we provided. Therefore, we can choose between two different sizes, and there is one that I'm a little bit more drawn to. So now I am ready to go into Illustrator and resize that file. I place the label onto the pouch just so we know what it looks like when the both of them are together. Hey Mike, we have this pouch already printed, and this is the label that we have, and it goes on top of the pouch. Now, this is one of the sizes that it's already in your in-house die cut, but the thing is, we do have a lot of artwork underneath that will get covered up, and I'm just wondering, is there a translucent material of some sort? Maybe, for example, I'm just gonna put this layer like 80% opacity. You see how the artwork comes through, but it's not competing with the text? So right now, we've got the label on there, but it's pretty much blocking a lot of the artwork that is already printed on the pouch. I'm gonna come in here to opacity and just, do 80%. I'm wondering if there is a label material that is translucent. Now, the amount of translucency, here's the challenge. I have a lot of text here. I don't want it to be too translucent to the point where the text is going to be fighting with the pattern in the back. It's got to be the right amount of transparency in order for this to work. But now we could see the artwork kind of peeping through. Let's see if this ends up being a good idea or a total bust. I did get approval on the colors of the logo, and everything is now approved. I can get started with exporting all the logo files. So let's get in here. I'm using a program called Logo Package Export. This is not a tutorial by any means, so I'll probably just go through some things. I'm really trying to get this done within the next 30 minutes or so. I'm going to set my components in the beginning here. So this is going to be my primary logo. So I'm going to stacked. So I'm going to set the component. All right, here is the logo mark itself. All right, that's looking good. And then I've got this single line. Okay, so as you can see, now I can just go in and refine the padding and everything. I'm ready to export the logos, and it's going to export all of the logo files that I specify in all the different colors. So all the logos for print, for web, so for example, any of the AI or EPS files, I can export that with one click. And then also the web, if I needed SVG, JPEG, or PNG files or PDFs, I'm able to do everything within that click of a button. After the printed logos are complete, I can go back and export all of the web files, just like that. I'm gonna show you all the files. So up here, this is where I put the directory of all the exported files. I've got my badge. I've got the printed versions, which I'm expecting to have, PDF, and then my AI file. For web, Obviously, I've got the JPEGs. I set it up to have two different, like a low res and medium res file available. And then I've got the PNG files also ready to go. It exponentially speeds up your process of exporting files. Once I have all the file formats exported, I typically record a short video for my clients just to go through all the directory and all the folders and what each of the file formats usage is for. And I also include like a little cheat sheet for them, a PDF cheat sheet, so that they know, what to supply, perhaps a printer versus, their marketing strategist or things like that. So I'm going to go ahead and record the video now. All right, now that the logos are exported, I recorded the video for my client to walk her through all of the different folders. I'm going to upload them to the Google Drive, and then she can download all of the file formats and then review that video. Now I am going to do the brand style guide. So example here, I have a template of a style guide that I typically create for my clients. So this is an example of another client. Now I'm going to update this with the dentistry business information, and then I'm going to work on the website. Let's get to work. I'm at a good stopping point right now designing the brand style guides, and it is about 11:21 right now. I'm gonna make a quick lunch. So I did lunch, I checked my emails, did some billing, and now I am ready to go back into designing. And the next thing on the list is creating the website for my dentistry client. So I'm gonna start off with designing all of the color palettes and all the color styling of the website first. So let's get into it. All right, so whoever think design is easy or it takes 2 seconds to change something definitely has not worked in the design field at all. But I did ask them if we could try and print the label on a translucent material or hit the white background with maybe 50% opacity. However, he does not recommend that due to the introduction of possible, bubbles when something is not applied 100% correctly. Then we could introduce bubbles, and we don't want that at all whatsoever. So again, it's never easy. It's never a 2-minute project. It's always a very time-consuming, very cared for, and always problem solving.
Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.